les capitales publiques pour acheter un goodies au blanc de votre club préféré. Et puis si vous voulez faire une bonne action aussi, n'hésitez pas à amener vos anciennes paires de baskets, puisque la formation civique qui a été créée par Ibrahim et LIEGE, eh bien, vous propose de venir ici avec vos anciennes paires de baskets. Si vous en avez deux ici à la boutique du supporter, eh bien, vous pouvez les échanger contre une place pour un des prochains matchs. N'hésitez pas, donc vous pouvez encore amener ces paires de baskets lors de la prochaine rencontre dimanche 14 ou encore lors de la rencontre du 26 avril. On compte sur vous. Et le 33, le BOSH, assisté de dans quelques instants, on accueille l'équipe du RSW basket, mais justement, voici Isla chez Squad.
and welcome into Country Hall in Liège, Belgium for this BetFirst DNXT Elite Gold playoff matchup between RSW Liège and Heroes Den Bosch of the Netherlands. Alongside Victor Mansoure, I'm Craig Meda. We're so glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from around the world for what we hope will be the second playoff win for Liège in Elite Gold play this year. Victor, we didn't see Heroes during the regular season, obviously being on the Netherlands side, but this is a balanced, dangerous team. They ran away with the Netherlands side, winning 15 straight after dropping their first game of the season, and they had 6 players scoring in double figures in their last playoff win against Ubo Limburg United. Austin Price and Robert Stumbris are their top scorers, but they can hurt you in a number of ways.
Good afternoon, Craig, and good afternoon, RSW Liège basketball fans. Yes, Craig, this is a team, Heroes, that they can put numbers in a hurry, right? This is a team that's coming in shooting nearly 45% from the field goal. They're averaging nearly 82 points per game on a 12-point differential. So they score 82. They only give up 70. So there's a reason why this team is in the top of the standings. They are extremely competitive. They can hurt you inside out, the outside ball as well. So if you are RSW Liège, you want to try to control the tempo and keep Heroes under that 80-point mark that we always talk about being the target mark, and see if they can come out with the win.
Well, as for Liège, Victor, I looked at the stats from their loss to ZZ Leiden, and to be honest, I can't tell you how they lost that game. They won nearly every statistical category, and it was just baffling how they ended up losing that game by 8 points. What do they have to do besides control the tempo? Can they keep Den Bosch under that 80-point mark? And if so, how do they do that?
Yeah, Craig, you know, we've seen RSW Liège really perform at a high level at times this year. You know, obviously it starts with their point guard, Angel Rodriguez. You know, he's the one that is able to put pressure on the ball and really disturb the offense with his defensive play. As well as we got the man in the middle, Kevin Tumba. And, you know, not only being one of the most efficient players in the league, but the top rebounder as well. So those are the two guys that really anchor their defense. And if you can get a good game out of them, starting at the 1, starting at the 5, the point guard and the center. And then obviously, you know, guys contribute in. You know, we have Hagens, Noterman, Trois Fontaine. These are guys, Lemaire, that really can, Bogarts, that can really, Cambo, that can really contribute defensively for RSW Liège here at home, where they've been, you know, a team that is strong and a team, Craig, that really needs this win. You know, looking at they're 1-3 right now, so they need to come out with this win, this home win. So it'll be really important right off the gate to try to control the tempo and protect the rim.
And an interesting starting lineup for Alex Zampier and Liège tonight. Kevin Tumba, not in the starting lineup, presumably coming off the bench. Zampier will be starting Ija Anosike, Jamel Hagens. He'll be getting a rare start. In fact, I don't think he started a game this season. Graham Bogarts, Angel Rodriguez, and Olivier Trois Fontaine will be in the starting lineup. That'll be nice having his three-point shooting straight out of the gate. But Den Bosch they don't have any really giant guys on their team, with the exception maybe of Thomas van der Mars, the 33-year-old veteran whose play has really declined over the last 2 years. So perhaps bringing Tumba off the bench is going to generate a little more offense, because Tumba really, for as good as he is on the glass, he doesn't give you a lot points-wise, only averaging 8.4 points per game. He's among the league leaders in 2-point field goal percentage, but he's not a guy you're going to run your offense through. So you've got 5 guys out there right now who can get you points straight out of the gate. So I like this tactic by Alex Zampier. Of course, Liège playing without their captain, Brooke Lemaire. He tore his ACL in practice on March 26th. He is out for the season. They'll be playing his, I believe this is Liège's second game without him. To replace Lemaire in the lineup, they brought in Milos Bojovic. He played for Liège from 2017 to 2021. He was with Ubo Limburg United in 21 and 22. And this guy is a bucket. He's up there in age. He's 42 years old, but he led the Belgian league before it merged with BNXT. As you look at Brook Lemaire, in scoring in 2018 and 19, he was the steals leader in 2018 with Liège, and he was the Serbian MVP in 2017 and their top scorer in 2012. We are underway. 2 other games going on in Elite Gold play. We will try to keep you up to date on those as those games progress. As Angel Rodriguez gets the first bucket of the game for Liège, and it's a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, the Angel Rodriguez, knowing coming out of that zipper cut that he had the lane, was able to get to the lane where he's so good, Craig, of generating offense. Got the teardrop there, and then on the other end here, Liège going zone, 2-3 zone, and here then BOSH making them pay with the outside shots. So if they're gonna play zone, they have to really start to stretch out on the perimeter.
Start for Angel Rodriguez. He's got the first 4 points for Liège already. And I thought that was a 3-pointer by Robert Stumbris, but they only credited him for 2, it looks like. That one's a 3, but it's rattled out, and the rebound to Jamel Higgins. Nearly threw it away. Saved by Rodriguez. Now Angel to his right. Gets into the paint, has his shot blocked. And here comes Den Bosch back the other way. Another shot on the way from Stumbris. That one misses. Rebound pulled down by Bogarts.
And I like what I see here from Liège, Craig. The first 4 offenses, if you count here this foul, they've looked to attack the rim. Angel Rodriguez had his shot blocked right there, but still, take it to the basket, put the pressure on the defense early, draw some fouls, get yourself to the free throw line, get guys in foul trouble. So 4 trips down, 4 attacks to the paint. We talk about getting their feet wet in the paint, and Liège is looking to do so.
So they did change it. That shot by Stumbris was a 3-pointer. Fontaine for 3. Missed wide right. And here comes Den Bosch looking for the lead. We have Van Vliet up top to Ito Cook, and he gets it to Lee Moore. And Moore draws the foul. Moore, one of 4 Americans on the roster for Heroes Den Bosch.
Yeah, and he took advantage of, Liège kind of miscommunicated. They started the game as a zone defense, but that time, without running any sets, then BOSH was able just to swing the ball over to the left side and really had Liège scrambling to see who was going to stop the ball in the perimeter. And that just kind of gave a lane wide open to the attack of Moore. So if Liège is going to play the zone defense, which is fine, you've got to be able to protect the perimeter and obviously don't allow any lanes.
Moore hits both free throws to give Den Bosch the lead at 5-4. Now Fontaine, beg your pardon, that was Bram Bogarts, had his 3-point shot attempt blocked. And now a foul called on EJ Anosike.
Yeah, this is a good example here of how Liège is just perhaps a step slow on their perimeter play. We'll talk about guarding their yard, and Anosike is going to get a sub out here with the 2 fouls, Craig, because of that. If you're late, get into that rotation, then all of a sudden the offensive player is going to attack your back heel, and he's going to have all kinds of advantages making the reads to attack the area.
Moore's 3-pointer misses. Moussa Noterman pulls down the rebound. He replaces EJ Anosike, and that's a big loss. Anosike, 16 points per game for Liège. He's their top offensive player. That goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Liège with 7:19 to play in this first quarter.
Yeah, Craig, I agree with you, man. This is a big loss for them. Early to foul trouble because Anosike, not only can he score, get his zone on the post-up play, plays around the basket, but especially defensively, he's such a force, able to switch and get to guard multiple positions. So Liège is going to have to adapt here early.
Nice steal by Bogarts. 3 on the way. That's no good. Rebound by Higgins. Now Rodriguez Boy, this defense for Den Bosch so far is very tough. They don't have any giants in there really, but man, they've blocked, I think, 3 or 4 shots already. They didn't block that one as Jamel Higgins gets his first bucket of the game, and Liege back on top 6-5.
At Jamel Higgins style, Craig, as we know, Angel Rodriguez just threw it up there, made his man go get it, power hop into the lane, and just baby hook with his left hand. Jamel Higgins has got a lot of moves. He's a very tough player to guard, and he showed one there.
We saw Noterman another rebound. Oh, nice feed inside to Bogerts. He kicks it out. Rodriguez for 3, no good. Boy, Bogerts could have just gone for the reverse right there. Instead, he kicked it into the corner.
I agree with you. If you have an open lane on a reverse layup, I would much rather take the high percentage shot than to open a perimeter shot. I'll take the layup.
That time, Austin Price hits from 3. And now Den Bosch with an 8-6 lead. So a 5-point swing right there. Now Trois Fontaine, a little bit of contact, no call. He puts it up with the left hand, missed. Boy, this defense for Den Bosch is tough. Noterman over to Bogerts for 3. Splash! That is good. He is back on top by 1.
Yeah, this is what happens, Greg. Even though they're getting their shot blocked, by the fact that they're attacking the lane, then all of a sudden, when the ball came to the outside area, then Bogerts had his open shot, excuse me. So this is what you do, attack. That way you're gonna draw the crowd inside, and it's gonna open some, some open shots outside, and it's happening so far for Liege.
And that was a nice box out by Moussa Noterman on that rebound. He was bringing it up and ended up drawing the foul. He's got 3 rebounds already. And we've talked about Moussa Noterman in the past, Victor, that he's a guy who seems like he's really on the cusp of turning into that guy who can take over a game for a stretch, scoring and on defense. Now Cambo from the corner, that's no good. Cambo gets the steal. Noterman, but Higgins there for the tip. Boy, what a great sequence there by Liege. They're back on top by 3. Usually we don't see a lot defensively from Anthony Cambo, but he came up with the steal there, and Liege able to convert. They're on top by 3, 11-8.
Yeah, playing at home, we've seen Den Bosch here be the more aggressive team defensively, but because Liege really needs this win, you want to be the team with the more energy. You want to be the team that's active. You want to be the team that, those 50-50 balls, Craig, are coming up with. So good job, Campbell. As soon as he checked in the game, already having an input. And to your point, same thing with Noterman. Noterman is a guy, Craig, who is, on that verge of being able to, get a couple of buckets, dominate the rebound, able to guard multiple positions. So good job by Liege in bringing in their second unit, being a factor so far.
Kevin Tumba into the game now as well. Now Rodriguez around Tumba into the corner for Cambo for 3. Just missed. Nice job by Liege getting back on defense. Den Bosch had a 2-on-1. Now a foul called on Angel Rodriguez.
Yeah, Angel Rodriguez arguing there because he was
quarter.
And sub here as well, Craig. Go ahead, my friend.
I'm going to say 4:04 to play here first quarter. Heroes Den Bosch only 8 points. We've been talking about Den Bosch's defense, but, Liege not doing so bad themselves right now. Now a long 3-point attempt.
They're
That's
not
short. Tumba finally grabs the rebound. And now here's Bogerts into the lane, hanging, won't go. Rebound tipped out to Sharon Dorsey-Walker. Now Austin Price for 3, and that is good. We are tied at 11.
Yeah, Price, no hesitation. As soon as the ball came to his hand, he knew exactly what he's doing. So they got to keep an eye on number 31, Austin Price. He's got that quick release, Craig, and he can really put up the number there.
Austin Price, a 43% three-point shooter, went to Lehigh University, graduated in 2017. Played in Sweden, Bulgaria, and Israel. And another 3 for Den Bosch. And Alex Ampere wants timeout as Den Bosch has a 14-11 lead with 3:10 to play.
Yeah, Austin Price just knocked down the 3 in transition from the top. And then the next trip down, you see as they get the ball to the corners, we get a replay here, a couple of highlights. But the reason why the timeout was called is because Price had an open corner. So you cannot leave him. If you're guarding Price, you see right there the transition 3, and then you're going to get the corner 3 right there. You're for the one guarding Price, and that time Angel Rodriguez, you're not helping. The game decision is we're not helping on Price. We can help on other players, but this is a guy that we got to be denying so he does not take the open threes because he will make them at 43% at this level.
Austin Price has started all 18 games that he's played for Heroes Den Bosch, averaging 15.7 points per game, 43% three-point shooter, Patriot League All-Rookie, 2014 academic honor roll. As a senior, 13.3 points, 3.4 rebounds, second in school history with 240 three-point field goals made. Started 113 of 126 games that he played for Lehigh. So he played some pretty high-level buckets in college, and then, of course, Sweden, Bulgaria, and Israel.
And did you say 300 field goals made, Craig, in his career?
240 three-point field goals made.
Yeah, you see, if a guy can score 243 field goals made in official games, if you can count the practice, here he is again. You see, you can just name a guy that can put up numbers, and Price is one of them, the early ones here that's playing this game.
Nice rotation by Trois Fontaine to get the steal in the corner. Now Rodriguez fouled. Third team foul on Den Bosch. And again, looking up and down this Den Bosch roster offensively, I mean, who do you focus on? Rodriguez takes it, puts the floater right off the glass, and Liege back to within 1.
Yeah, it's kind of like who do you focus on? Pick your poison. You gotta compete. You gotta be physical. You gotta compete. You gotta be physical, Craig. You gotta come out really hedging on the switches. And if you're gonna leave a couple of guys open, you gotta know the percentages, and Price is definitely not one of them.
And that foul is going to be on Thomas van der Mars, 33-year-old veteran. He's only played in 9 games this year after playing in 34 games last year, 38 games in 2022. And now Liege looking for the lead back. Inside 2 minutes to play first quarter. Rodriguez to the free throw line. Back outside to Trois Fontaine. Now to the corner for Cambo. Back outside for Rodriguez. Open 3. Splash! And Liege is back on top. 16-14.
Yeah, great job by Campbell taking the ball to the middle, and then with his left hand was able to twist his body and get the ball to the same corner, the strong corner, and it got Angel Rodriguez an open 3, so beautiful assist by Anthony Campbell.
Rebound tipped around, finally grabbed by Rodriguez. Scores 16-14. That was a 3 by Rodriguez on that last possession. Our graphic is only showing 15 for Liege. Rodriguez now with 9 points.
Yeah, and Anasike at that time should have recognized that Tumba had a post-up play down low. So if you're Anasike, either you take your man to the corner, strong corner, or you clear the path so you allow Tumba to play the one-on-one.
Fontaine, he's over 4 from the arc in this game so far. Shoots another one, and that one misses as well. Rebound corralled by Den Bosch. Here comes Price. Back outside. Taken by Moore. Now back outside to Price again. Guarded by Cambo. Shot clock at 8. Then Boss resets the offense. Here's Lee Moore. Shot clock at 3, now 2. Outside to Sharon Dorsey Walker. His long three-pointer is good.
Yeah, and then we just got ourselves a taste.
Now.
Why Den Bosch is so hard, tough to guard. LIEGE had a great defensive possession, and then even though in the last second, still got a long 3 to go. So this Den Bosch team is pretty good.
And Den Bosch with the transition bucket as the first quarter comes to a close. And it's the biggest lead of the game for Heroes Den Bosch at 4, 19-15. They did take away a point from Angel Rodriguez, so they did say that was only a 2-pointer. And it 19-15. We're back with second quarter action live from Country Hall in just a moment. Welcome back to Country Hall in Liège, Belgium for the NXT Elite Gold playoff action between RSW Liège and top team from the Netherlands side, Heroes Den Bosch. After one quarter, Heroes lead 17-15 alongside Victor Mansoure. I'm Craig Feda, and Victor, if it weren't for just a little burst here at the end of the first quarter, and I beg your pardon, I misspoke, it's 19-15, not 17. By Den Bosch, we had pretty much a dead even game. Just a couple of turnovers by Liège, and that's the difference.
Yeah, too bad they had the turnover in the last possession that allowed an open bucket by Den Bosch. But you know what, Craig, positive first quarter. I still think that defensively, even though they were holding them to under 20 points in the quarter, they can do an even better job. I see a couple of missed assignments or late assignments, but a lot of switches. They're trying to get to the perimeter where Den Bosch is really good. You see right there, you see tough to guard. You got to be able to step outside, and once you do that, you're going to open lanes. So how do you guard the outside and still be able to recover? So they do have their handful, but that doesn't matter. What they will have is be early on those switches, come out, don't allow the outside shots, and then come out for that rebound once the shot is taken.
Tumba's pass intercepted, and now a layup at the other end for Den Bosch, and a foul called on Tumba. Milos Bojovic into the game for Liège for the first time. He played 6 minutes in his first game with Liège against Zeze Leiden. Did not score, had 1 rebound and 1 steal. So let's see if the legend can get back into it here a little more in this one.
Yeah, Greg, and I think you
now
nailed
is 9
when you said when you said the word compete. This is what Liège is going to have to do, because Den Bosch can put up numbers as they're going to get an unsportsmanlike foul here on the fast break. So 2 shots coming in possession, and perhaps even a timeout for Liège so they can get they can recompose. But I'm with you, Craig. The word here is compete. The word here is be early. The word here is stay disciplined with the assignments and the guys that can score, the Price, the Moore, because they can really put up numbers. So tough little break here, tough minute. But let's see if the Liège can come back on track.
Sharon Dorsey Walker misses the first free throw. A 10-0 run for Den Bosch. Second free throw is in, so that's an 11-0 run. lead is now 10. Liege led 15-14. But a couple of turnovers and unsportsmanlike and a couple of threes by Heroes have given them a 10-point advantage. And boy, it sure seems like Liege is just scrambling defensively.
Yeah, and that's because going with the zone, they have to match up right away who's in their area. That way, guys on the other positions are also to match up with guys that are close to them and perhaps not be scrambling so much. But maybe because then BOSH can score the outside shot, the coaching staff have gone with the zone. I would like to see them go man-to-man and see if they can do a better job staying with their assignments and not have to scramble.
Another three, that one by Sharon Dorsey Walker. Antoine Fontaine. His three-pointer ends the run at 14-0.
And there's so much game, that, you know, even though you're down by 10, pick your head up. You see they go into the man-to-man here. I like this adjustment. Let's see if they can start getting defensive stops.
Cambo follows Lee Moore on his drive. So Moore will go to the free throw line for a pair. He's a 71.4% free throw shooter on the season. Lee Moore from Marietta, Georgia, went to Wallace State Community College and then Texas El Paso in 2016. His only season with the Miners, he led the team in scoring at 15.4 points per game. Played in Italy, Germany, Argentina, and Poland before coming to Den Bosch. He was all PLK in Poland in 2021. Den Bosch, they've got some players, Victor.
They do, man, and that's why you see they're plus 12 in the season in point scorings and point allowed. It's when you see teams that have the double-digit point differential average, it's because of that. This is a solid defensive team that protects the passing lanes, and they also challenge the inside play. They protect the rim, and now all of a sudden, offensively, they're running and they're looking for perimeter shots from multiple players.
Nanosike draws the unsportsmanlike. That's going to be on Rolf de Pachter. So Nanosike,
yeah, kind of like
76% free throw shooter.
Let's see if he can convert these two, Craig, because Nanosike, you know, he can be the X factor for this team. He can score. He can be physical. You know, he can be that that leader on the court that Liege really needs right now. You know, you're down 12, playing at home. The game just kind of flip-sided, right? You had a good start, now all of a sudden you're down double digits. So take it step by step. No home runs needed. Get a couple of buckets. Keep going towards the basket. And then defensively, try to be better. Try to get multiple stops. They've stopped getting the stops as of late, and it's kind of hurting them.
And Osike muscles his way in, gets the bucket, and Liege now down by just 9. Van Vliet loses it out of bounds. They're going to say Bojovic poked that out. Mars hands it back to Van Vliet. Now up top to Moore. He backs it out. Now drives. Now steps back for the three. That is good, man.
Tough shot, my friend. That is a professional basketball player at work. In and out move with his right hand into a sidestep to get himself enough separation and pull up for the three. Nothing you can do about that.
Partner, you can tell we've been working together for a while because you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say that is a pro basketball move right there. Tough rebound by Bojovic, and he gets fouled. That's going to be on de Pachter.
Yeah, good job here for the second chance on the offensive rebound on the opposite glass. But Craig, you know what happens is when you got guys with one move and all of a sudden they're hitting you with the second move, kind of like a combo. You hit him with the in and out. He got himself a little bit of space, and then a step to the side to really create that, that separation. When you get combo moves, that's when you know you're in for a long night.
Higgins misses the jumper. Coming up on 6 minutes to play, second quarter. He is trying to claw their way back into this one against a very good Heroes Den Bosch team. Soderman pokes that one out of bounds. It'll stay with Heroes. Moore loses it. That's going to lead to the layup for Angel Rodriguez. The lead cut back to 10. And Vliet picks up his dribble at the top of the key and draws the foul on Jamel Higgins.
See right there, step
First
to the
foul on
side,
Jamel.
hit the fadeaway three, and then this time I thought the ball had hit the foot of the Liege players, but the referee didn't call it, and the Liege turnover and bucket on the other way, so they will take it. But they got to be careful now here, Craig. They're getting close to the penalty mark. There's no call here on this play, my friend. You like the fact that guys are being physical, and the referees allowed them to look at that. A lot going on right there. No call.
If anything,
Couple of subs here.
out and then falls in.
And perhaps this is the role that they needed, Craig. See the ball go through and then get that energy up defensively. Nothing like scoring a basket to try to really re-energize your team. Well, guess what, my friend? Back-to-back threes will put you in the game in a hurry, and that's why they call it a three-point era. Because of that. You know, you're down big, now all of a sudden you see the ball go through the bucket, threes plus threes, and all just like that. What was a double-digit lead, Craig, is now just a 4-point game.
Rodriguez now with 16 points. That's 16 of the 29 for Liege.
And no surprise for us, right, Craig? We have seen Angel Rodriguez, man, put up big games, be the MVP of the Puerto Rican League. You know, this is his second year with Liege, and, you know, no surprise that he can do this. 16 out of 29 because he's got the repertoire. He can play the pick and roll. He can break down his player one-on-one. He has the outside shot. He's athletic enough to go go inside and meet the trees down. So, like, no surprise that, Angel Rodriguez kind of putting his team on his shoulder in the first half.
Free throws good. Lead back to 6, coming up on 4 minutes to play second quarter. And the alley-oop to Higgins, but the defender was there.
Mm-hmm.
And Stumbris at the other end. Wow, what a defensive play. I didn't catch who that was. I think it might have been Austin Price, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, outstanding defensive play, not giving up the alley-oop to Jamel Higgins, challenged him at the rim, allowed for the missed shot, and then a transition textbook play by Den Bosch. Get the ball on the parallel on the outside of the court, the outside lanes, and then once you drive, you pass that elbow, you pass the free throw line extended. Look for the trailer running in the middle, and they got an open lane. So this is what happened. 4-point swing. It was a 4-point game. Then all of a sudden now we're back to 8. And, with the 2 free throws here, LIEGE in the bonus and the rest of the last 3 minutes and 47 seconds, Craig. So it's a game of details, and we just had a sequence that showed us that.
Boy, LIEGE tantalizingly close, cutting it to 4. Just like that, it's back to 9. And that's going to be a foul on Hito Kok. Nice little sales job by, I think that was Milos Bojovic.
Yeah, and
Make
Dan
sure
Bosch,
the
Craig,
saw
they're
it.
physical, man. They will challenge you in the rim. They have, just in this first half here, they have 3 block shots. So they are physical. They look for the deflections. That time, Fontaine, as he was coming across the lane, had his chest bumped illegally. The foul was called, but Heroes Den Bosch, they look to make you make you feel their presence.
That was indeed Fontaine that drew that foul. He hits both free throws. Olivier now with 5. Bogarts the rebound, and here comes LIEGE again, trying to whittle this lead back down. And if they can get to within 5 at halftime, that pass there by Angel Rodriguez trying to hit Bojovic in the corner. Actually, they was trying to hit Fontaine. Pass intercepted. So look at that block.
Beautiful block.
Still didn't catch who that was.
And then the trailer in the middle. A great job of feeding him at the right time. And on the play here, I think the referees are signaling it was a unsportsmanlike. Angel Rodriguez obviously making the turnover with the pass going from the middle to the elbow to the corner. Can't be a chest pass. It has to be an over-the-head pass. So he had the ball intercepted. And then on the other end, as the transition happens, I thought he actually made a play on the ball. It was a hard foul. Guys fell to the ground, as we're getting a couple of highlights here on a CK download, Craig. But he didn't think it was enough to be called unsportsmanlike, but the referee thought so.
Yeah, I didn't even see it, to be truthful. Look at one of Angel's 3-pointers. Angel 2 of 3 from beyond the arc in this one. That's 16 points to lead all scorers. Leading scorer for Den Bosch is Lee Moore. He's got 12 points. Rodriguez and Moore, the only 2 players in double figures so far. The other 2 elite gold games underway now. Limburg United and Donar Groningen tied at 2 early. And Spiru leads Basketball Academy Limburg 4-2 early in that one. Officials, at least 2 of them, at the scorers table.
Love if we can get a replay of this right here. I really didn't think. I mean, he hit a hard foul, grabbed him in the arm, but it was clean. It was just a hard hit to the ground. The referees were quick to call a unsportsmanlike. So even though it was a hard foul, it doesn't mean it was dirty or it was a windup and a follow through. But you see right there, they're going to keep it. Yeah, on number 13. So Angel Rodriguez with the unsportsmanlike foul. Once again, my opinion, I think it was a hard foul, but not for such.
Angel having the same conversation, no doubt. Our officials in this game, Geller, DeHunt, and Kasiga, as Austin Price hits the first free throw.
These are the type of fouls that happen in the park all the time. The guy's going towards the basket, you hold his arm, make sure that he's not able to get the N1, right, Craig? And, you know, you just check the ball up and you go again. But the referees this time said, oh, hold on a second, guys. There is, and I think this is something that fell on the ground there. Yeah, they got to clean quick. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. We're getting good minutes from Liege as late. They're going to go back to their zone defense. Let's see if they can, you know, how they start this game with a couple of stops, you know, being able to challenge the outside perimeter play. Let's see if they can get to that rhythm.
3 on the way from Stumberson. That is good.
Yeah, they draw the action on the high pick and roll, taking the ball to the left and then reverse it quickly to the right side. And the help man just a step too late and get into that three-point shot.
Liege had an 8-0 run earlier in this quarter to get to within 4, but now goes Den Bosch up by 12, and now Jamel Hagen's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Hagen's a 75% free throw shooter on the season. Hagen's got the start in this one, perhaps trying to match up a little better with Den Bosch. I want to say this is his first start of the season. He was a sometime starter last season, but he is a guy who can give you lots of minutes, even off the bench, even at his somewhat advanced age of 33 years old. And that's still a child to me, but in basketball terms, that is a seasoned veteran. He hits both free throws there. We know Jamel's got the hop, man. He can score.
Yeah, with Hagens, with Tumba, with Noterman, with Anasike, they have the options of trying different matchups. And this is what, to your point before tip-off, this is perhaps what the coaching staff was trying to do, trying to surprise here's Den Bosch.
Oh, Tumba with the block, and then Thomas Vandermars with the kind of side hook shot. That was a little Daniel Amigo angle there on that one.
That's right. That's right, Daniel Amigo from Mexico, who we have seen in action in Puerto Rico, in Argentina, putting up the little baby hook. It was not a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook, but it was enough to get a right angle and separation from the defender.
Angel missed the 3. Ran up and saved it. What a play by Angel Rodriguez. He knew the three-pointer was short, ran up, grabbed the loose ball, and threw it off the leg of the Den Bosch defender. Wow, what a play by Angel.
Hey, Craig, you know, we talk about basketball being a game of quickness as they get the three-point here to try to get quick back into this game. But being a game of quickness, can you be the quickest one from south to north, so up and down vertically, and can you be the quickest one east to west? And that's what Angel Rodriguez does. Extremely quick, low center of gravity, was able to get to that offensive rebound following his shot.
And Sharon Dorsey Walker answers the Trois-Fontaines 3.
So after giving up just 19 points in the first quarter, Craig, they've given up 29 here in the second.
Bogarts to Hagens. Shot clock at 8. Jamel, the jump hook, no. Rebounded by Lee Moore. Den Bosch shooting 10 of 18 from three-point range for 55%. And a steal by Rodriguez. Man, there was some ping-ponging going around on that play before Rodriguez came out of there with it and got the layup.
And
maybe one more stop and one more bucket here.
Yeah, before the half. That's correct, my brother.
Oh, and they give up the open look for three, but he missed. Bogart's the rebound. Higgins, he gets stuffed. Thomas Vandermars, my goodness.
We have had some highlights here, blocking highlights in the first half, Craig.
Now here's Moore in the paint, hanging and hitting. And so the second quarter comes to an end with Heroes Den Bosch on top by 12, 50-38. Well, so much for the great defense by Liège in that first quarter. Heroes Den Bosch lit it up in that second quarter with 31 points. Liège, to their credit, 8 more points in the second quarter they had in the first. They put up 23, but difference in this one, Heroes Den Bosch 10 of 19 from three-point range. We are back in just a moment to check out the first half highlights and stats live from Country Hall. Welcome back to Country Hall in Liège, Belgium for this Betfirst ENXT Elite Gold playoff matchup between RSW Liège and Heroes Den Bosch of the Netherlands. Heroes put up 31 points in that second quarter. They have a 50-38 lead at halftime, as we are going to roll the highlights in just a moment here. As we look at the individual numbers on this one for RSW Liège, EJ Anosike, just 3 points in that first half. He went out early with foul trouble, but only has those 2 fouls, so he should be fine the rest of the game. Jamel Higgins, 6 points. Bram Bogarts with 3. Angel Rodriguez, 18 points on 8 of 11 shooting. Olivier Toifontaine, 8 points. And those are the only 5 players to score for Liège. Leading rebounder, Moussa Noterman with 4, Jamel Higgins with 4. And for Heroes Den Bosch, Oya Van Vliet, 1 point. Lee Moore has 14. Robert Stumbris has 8. Austin Price, 11. Ralph de Pachter, 2 points. Thomas Vandermars, 2. And Sharon Dorsey Walker with 12. Liège, 14 of 37 overall for 37%. 5 of 16 from three-point range for 31%. 5 of 6 from the free throw line for 83%. Heroes Den Bosch, 15 of 31 overall for 48%. 10 of 19 from three-point range for 52%. 10 of 13 from the stripe for 76%. Liège actually winning the rebounding battle in this one, 22-18. Liège taking pretty good care of the ball, just 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers for Heroes Den Bosch. And Victor, looking up and down the stats, I mean, really the only difference is the 3-point shooting.
Yeah, Craig. A lot of positives in the first half for Liège. Obviously, Rodriguez has got the hot hand, 8 for 11 shooting, 18 points. So he's got it going for the home teams. And as you mentioned, they have taken care of the ball. Liège only has 5 turnovers, and we have seen them at times have 5 turnovers just a quarter. So they're doing a good job offensively, take care of the ball, Craig. Now, on the other hand, here's a couple of things they got to work on, okay? Even though Rodriguez has 18, Higgins and Trois Fontaines have only been the one kind of providing Rodriguez with a little bit of help offensively, getting the basket going. But the reason why, Craig, it's not going well for them, this is what they got to work on, is obviously the defensive side. They've been a little bit late on their ball side and on their weak side helps. They're coming over to the rotations, just a step late, a second late, and it's getting Heroes Den Bosch open looks. Even though they have made an outstanding mark. They have 10 3-pointers, and they have taken 20. So they have the hot hand. They're shooting high volume. So you have to start from there. We got to be able to guard the perimeter, buy us some time, on our closeouts, able to contain their guy, corral the dribbler, to really not allow Heroes Den Bosch to play from that. First, to take away 10 3-pointers is way too much, right? That's 30 points right there. Liège has only scored 38 themselves. So that's the first thing on the agenda is take care of the 3-point ball. And I think it's gonna take them a man-to-man defense to do so, because on the zone defense, there's just too much over help, and offense is finding empty spots. Now, if you do that, now can you get back into the rebounding game? Liège is a really good rebounding team, Craig. As we know, Tumba being the #1 rebounder in the league, Jamel Higgins able to also contribute with the rebounds. They have 22 rebounds in the first half, and had Heroes Den Bosch missed a couple of shots, if Liège had put the pressure or contested harder, they would have even more rebounds to play in transition. So they got to force the issue in the perimeter to make sure that Heroes Den Bosch puts the ball on the ground, and now all of a sudden they have to protect the lane rather than taking 3-point shots that are going in with an outstanding 10 3-point buckets in the first half. So positives there, but a lot to work on, especially defensively.
2 other games going on in Elite Gold play in the first quarter. Ubo Limburg United leading Donar Groningen 22-17 with 1:19 to play in the first quarter and with 29 seconds to play in the first period. Spiro Basket leading Basketball Academy Limburg 22-20. In this one, it's Heroes Den Bosch leading RSW Liège 50-38 at halftime. Heroes had their lead cut down to 4 points by Liège in that second quarter about midway through, and then Liège got to within 7 late in the second quarter before spreading it back out to 12. We know Liège can make a run. Let's see if they can do it in the second half. We are back in just a few moments live from Country Hall for playoff action between RSW Liège and Heroes Den Bosch. Back underway in the second half here in Country Hall. Alongside Victor Mansoure, my name's Craig Fada. Hope you've been enjoying this one so far. Liege trailing by 12 to start the second half. Rebound there by EJ Anosike. Liege cut the lead to within 4 in that second quarter. BOSH went on a run.
Along with my friend Craig Fade, as we get can you believe it, Craig? We're getting close to the 10-year anniversary, my friend, of we've been doing this. We should count out how many games we have done, the competitions we have done, and I heard some of our listeners, some of our fans are gonna give us perhaps a cruise somewhere where we're gonna do the games from the boat. That's what I heard.
That would be nice. I don't know. I've done 24 FIBA events. I think we've done, I don't know. I wouldn't even begin to guess. Maybe 12 FIBA events together, 14 plus Liege, plus CB Cornea, plus Grises du Macau.
Yep. Love it, man. What a nice journey. What a nice journey. Hope everybody at home is enjoying us, man. Greg and I do this from our hearts, you know, and it's great to see that people have good, positive feedback from our broadcast. And it's great to see Liege able to compete. Talk about competing, Craig. That's what they're going to need here in the second half, my brother.
Yeah, gave up the early three-pointer here in the second half, so now lead is 15. They've got some work to do. Oh, a bank in 3 as the shot clock expires.
Yeah, Fontaine played Price well. He was taking his outside hand from the shot, but Price, even though, found himself daylight and then just threw up a prayer that hit the glass and in.
Anosike fouled. Den Bosch 10 of 19 from three-point range in that first half. Think maybe they're going to cool off? Nope, they're 2 of 2 to start the second. CK hits 1. And the floater is up and in for Boya Van Vliet. And then he nearly steals the inbound pass. So Liege now with a 5-on-4. Fontaine the long 3. He thought that was good. Started headed back up the court a la Steph Curry, but it was not. And now answering at the other end nearly is Lee Moore, but his shot rings out. So it remains 58-39. Now Anosike gives it to the cutting Bogarts, and he lays it in.
Yeah, good job by Bogarts. Once he recognized that he was catching the ball, was going to be challenged by the defender, took an extra step just to open up the angle for the power layup. And talk about power. I guess it was a power pass. That ball just flew out to the stands, my friend.
Pass intercepted. Before goes up with the right hand.
Yeah, you don't want to cross the ball in the middle, and that's what Liege did there. We talk about the struggles in turning the ball over at times. This time here, even though they're running a zipper cut where you have the action coming in the middle, just kind of threw a pass, chest pass, where, you know, Moore easily read that as a cornerback and just got himself, as you see the pair here from Price hitting it off the glass. Craig is a boom, taking it to his right. Fontaine in his grill, doesn't matter. made it count. And then here's Anasike finding Bogarts for the nice step in. And then Angel Rodriguez, you see right there, the pass just intercepted by Moore, and then Moore taking it all the way for the jam.
Well, the lead's now 19. See if Liege draws something up after that timeout by Alex Zampier. Rodriguez now into the front court. Rodriguez 18 points in that first half. Has not scored here in the second. Now he launches the three-pointer, and that is good. Tough shot over Lee Moore. Angel Rodriguez, and he's got 21.
He's got this tough right to left crossover that's tight, and he's able to, as soon as he pulls up his cross, able to kind of like step back into his shot and has a lot of elevation to get his shot off.
And a foul called as Hito Cook goes down to the floor. That's going to be on Angel Rodriguez. Seemed to be a late call. It was almost as if they called it after he was on the floor. Short jumper missed, and now Liege with the 3-on-2. Trois-Fontaine thought about the three, now kicks it out. Angel for three. Won't fall in. He had one of those fall in the first half, but that time it will not drop, and the lead remains 16.
But that time it seemed like his shoulder was just a little bit behind.
Hagens, the behind-the-back pass to Bram Bogarts. He goes up, tries to dunk it, gets fouled, and then it falls in.
Yeah, nice behind the pass by Hagens, Craig. And then boom, talk about an and one. That's it, man. Take the ball.
Yeah.
Take the ball hard to the rim, young fella. Make it count, my friend.
Bogarts completes the three-point play. And the lead down to 13.
Get stops, get multiple stops, and there's still plenty of game here for Liege.
Oh, yeah. Now Cambo commits the foul on the driving Sharon Dorsey Walker. Pass intercepted nearly by Hagens, and now stolen by Rodriguez. There's your stop. Up ahead to Anosike. Goes up with the right hand and jams it, and Eric Brawl wants timeout.
Hey, man, no rocket science here. If you get solid defensive sequences where all of a sudden you're not getting scored on and you're playing downhill, you're playing in transitions, good things can happen to you, and good things happen for Anasike there after Liege got the ball up ahead. So timeout taken because Liege is up and coming, little run here. So here then Boss wants to talk things over, break this game down a little, as the lead that was much higher is now just cut to 11, Craig.
8-0 run here. Just trying to make things interesting once again. Angel Rodriguez leads all scorers with 21 points. Still only 5 players for Liege have scored. All 5 starters, No one off the bench has scored for Liege.
Yeah, and that's uncharacteristic because we've seen Liege be a very homogeneous. Yeah, you know, I mean, they get plenty of guys in the scores table. I mean, on the scoring sheet. So let's see here in the halfway through the third if those guys can plug in and really also be of support. Oh,
foul called on the drive. Boy, that looked to be good defense. Yeah. Yeah, two guys flat-footed with their arms straight up in the air. Lee Moore tried to split them, and Liege gets called for the foul. Not sure about that one.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't expect better defense from your health side than that, Craig. You know, you just corral a wall there, put two guys flat-footed, hands up. Moore just looked a little bit out of control, but got the call.
Well, he missed the first free throw. So as we say on the playground, ball don't lie. Second one to fall through.
Does it.
And that stops the 8-0 run. Check in quickly with a couple of other scores. Halfway through the second quarter, Ubo Limburg United leads Donar Groningen 33-26. And with 2:08 to play in the second quarter, Spiro leads Basketball Academy Limburg 36-38 as Bogerts strikes from long range. The lead back into single digits.
The referees are going to talk it over.
Yeah.
To see who touched it last, because Ana Rodriguez doing what he does best, you know, disturbing the passing lanes. Thought that even though he didn't touch the ball, that it had touched. You see right there, coaching staff too arguing, didn't it touch last? But no, referees are going to keep it here, Craig.
Moore, left side, guarded by Bogerts, now drives. I think Tumba got a piece of that. And now a foul called on the putback attempt by Vandermars. He tried another one of those sideways flip hooks and drew the foul. Pretty sure Tumba got a piece of that first shot.
Yeah, he did. He got the first block because he went up with his right hand in the inside. So Tumba got the block, and then on the rebound, you know, because he's so big, he can just pretty much protect with his left shoulder and put that little baby hook with the opposite hand.
Waterman gets it into Rodriguez. Now around Tumba. He launches the three, a little too strong. Rebound grabbed by Sharon Dorsey Walker. Again, if you can get this to at least under 10, if not 5. Tumba with another block. Three-pointer rings out. Cambo the rebound.
5-on-3.
Tumba making his presence felt defensively. Bogerts, his three-pointer won't go. Tumba gets fouled on the rebound attempt.
Well, good job. You're running in transition. You have a 5-on-3. You get the ball to the outside shooter, and you put pressure on the offensive glass. Well done. And to your point, it's 9-point lead. Get a bucket, get it to 7. All of a sudden, this game can be a 5-point game, and it's a whole new story after being down 19.
Cambo misses the reverse off the baseline inbound play. Quick pass to Vandermars. His hook misses. Bogerts to Rodriguez. He wanted a baseball pass that one up to Noterman, but there was nothing there. Rodriguez got it to Bogerts. It didn't look like he was expecting that. Now Cambo misses the left-hand layup, goes out of bounds. It'll be Ben Boss ball.
Yeah, good job by Cambo in attacking the lane and going for a high percentage shot. Just couldn't get the last touch with the left hand.
16-0, the bench scoring in this one in favor of Den Bosch. Tumba defending Vandermars, blocked it! But it results in a three-pointer. My goodness, you can't defend much better than that.
You cannot. It's so hard to block a shot, and it's even harder to block a hook shot. And Tumba just did that.
Oh, beautiful pass from Angel Rodriguez to Graham Bogerts. Pretty finish.
Yeah, you know, side-to-side screen. Got Bogerts coming open, coming like on that Luis Escola screen just underneath the basket. And Angel Rodriguez threaded the needle.
Rodriguez commits the reach-in foul there. Probably a good thing that he did, because that ball got passed out to Boya Van Vliet, who's wide open for three, and he's a 47% three-point shooter. So Tomas Vandermars to the free throw line. He's a 74% free throw shooter, hits the first. Couple of ticks inside, 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. Second free throw straight through as well. Lead back to 12. Up next for Liège, April 9th, European North Basketball League Final Four. 4 o'clock local time, as Bogerts gets fouled on the dunk attempt. Liège will be taking on CSO Voluntari. Final Four game there. Next Elite Gold game will be next Friday at home against Donar Groningen. So Bogerts to the free throw line. He's an 80% free throw shooter. Try to cut this to 10. Swishes the first.
And we have seen the evolution of Bogerts, Craig. You know, had him last year when you come in, you know, at certain times of the game. Now all of a sudden, just a vital piece, playing heavy minutes, able to defend. You see him right here, good ball, in the ball defender, able to switch in multiple positions. And offensively, this is a guy that, you know, can score the three-point ball, can also get to the hoop. So great to see Bogerts. He's got a bright career ahead of him. And talking about bright, you don't want to leave Price open, because he's going to make daylight with no room.
And Bosch 4 of 4 from three-point range in this third quarter. They were 10 of 19, beg your pardon, 5 of 5. They were 10 of 19 in that first half. So much for counting on them cooling off from three-point range to get back into this one. Liège is, I don't know, Victor, they're going to have to start hitting more three-pointers. Liège 7 of 22 from the arc right now for 31%. As Bogerts splits the free throws again. One thing's for sure, when you get to the line, you aren't going to be able to split the free throws, as Ito Koch goes up and stuffs the alley-oop.
Yeah, and talk about splitting. Great job by the point guard in splitting the defender, drawing the bigs, and throwing the alley-oop.
Now, Tumba was hit in midair, but no call. The guy who hit him remained down at the other end of the court. I don't think he actually went to the floor, but now a timeout called. Now finally, Ito Koch comes up.
The exact same outcome when you were playing football, you know, and guys were coming at you, they would hit you, and they're the ones falling down, Craig.
Yeah. I don't know if that was an official's timeout or what, but and now Bojovic reaches in. Not sure if that was Bojovic or Kembo that got whistled for the foul there. Didn't see whose number they held up. Now Bojovic sits down. And Price hits the free throw. Well, you wanted to head into this fourth quarter down by just 10 or fewer. Liège had it to 9. But Den Bosch will just not miss from three-point range.
Yeah, they don't miss, man, and they're relentless, right? You know, not only the ability to shoot the three, but also they have bigs enough to make you have to help out inside. So they are a tough matchup, obviously shooting an outstanding 13 of 19 from the three-point line. So 68% is just absurd at this level. So if Liège is going to have any kind of, you see right there, then all of a sudden starts opening new lanes for the dunks, Craig.
So Cook gets one just before buzzer, and it's 74-56. Heading into the fourth quarter. So Liège has some work to do if they're going to try to pull this one out. We are back in just a moment, live from Country Hall in Liège. Welcome back to Country Hall in Liège. Alongside Victor Mansoure, I'm Craig Feta, and these particular numbers don't tell the story of this game because everything here looks even. And if you look up and down a lot of the stats, Liège is close, if not ahead, with the exception of bench points, in which Den Bosch leads 18-0. But the story of this one is the three-point shooting by Heroes Den Bosch. They are 14 of 24 from three-point range for 58%. They've hit twice as many three-pointers, and that has resulted in this 18-point lead. Leading scorer for Liège, Angel Rodriguez, 21 points, Bram Bogarts, 15, Olivier Troisfontaine, 8, Mel Hagan, 6, EJ Anosike, 6. No one else has scored. No bench points for Liège in this game. For Den Bosch, Van Vliet has 9, Lee Moore 17, Robert Stumbris 8, Austin Price 18, Ito Koch 4, Ralph de Pachter 2, Thomas Vandermars 4, and Sharon Dorsey Walker has 12. Troisfontaine hits both free throws. Get the lead back to 16. Victor, Liège is going to have to score in bunches from outside in this one, as Cambo commits that foul.
So there's two ways they're going to have to make a decision here. Either you play solid, basic defense, which means, you know, man-to-man, stick with your guy, don't allow the cuts, you know, make sure you rotate nicely, or maybe perhaps start gambling a little bit, you know, trapping the ball handler, allowing their bigs to have to start making plays, you know, just to try to speed up things here, you know, down 15 with a team that's been comfortably knocking down threes after threes. So you really have to try to get them off the rhythm and, you know, perhaps trapping in certain moments of the game, either on the side or in the pick and roll, to try, you know, get different guys look and not allow the same three-point shooting to continue.
First free throw up and good for Austin Price. Looked like Noterman got the block, but he also hit Price on the top of the melon. Beg your pardon, that was Anosike. Cambo over to Anosike. Back out to Cambo. Cambo drives, nearly lost it. Now Trois-Fontaine for three. Missed. Tumba gets the rebound. Tough rebound by Kevin Tumba. Now Bojovic. Cambo drives into the corner for Trois-Fontaine. Now back outside to Cambo. Catch and shoot three. Nope. Rebound Tumba. His pass intercepted, and that leads to the easy bucket for Lee Moore at the other end. Well, that's the second pass that Tumba has tried to get across the court and has gotten intercepted.
Yeah, they got to try to use ball fakes because Moore obviously so good at overplaying the pass lane right there. Boom, just picked the pocket easily. Two hands. Give me those cookies, and they're going the other way. So if you're Liege, you have got to be aware of Moore and his interception abilities. Perhaps ball fakes, back doors, and not give up the cookie.
Moore now with 19. And the lead is 19. Trois-Fontaine really had his pocket picked. And Osike, he draws the foul.
And this is a guy they have missed today, Craig. You know, Anosike, the X factor for me of this team, not only because he can get the buckets, but especially defensively, he can really guard his own and help out the others. So because he got in foul trouble early, never really got rhythm in his game today, so they have missed him pretty much. Like you're talking about Anosike, Craig, having just 6 points in over 18 minutes. So they have missed his contribution because of the early fouls.
Outside to Sharon Dorsey-Walker, and he hits the three. My goodness. At halftime, Ubo Limburg United leading Donar Groningen 42-35 in elite gold play. And at halftime, Spiru Basket leading Basketball Academy Limburg 41-39. So those ones relatively close. But this one, unfortunately, turning into a laugher for Ben BOSH as they just continue to rein it in from three-point range. And this time for Liege offensively, a shot clock violation.
Yeah, but if you're Liege, you got to be more disciplined. Heroes than BOSH last time down. Baseline drive, baseline drift, which means as soon as you have someone driving in the baseline, you have got to cover the corner because that's the parallel pass that's going to be open, and it led to an open three. That rim is looking. That rim right now, Craig, is looking wide open, my friend. Like it's just looking like they can make anything.
And BOSH, 5 of 6 from three-point range, 15 of 25 overall.
I don't remember last time we saw at the professional level. No, guys shooting at 60%, 15 threes is just way too much. That's 45 points just right there. Tremendous differential to the game.
Sharon Dorsey-Walker is 5 of 6. Austin Price 5 of 11. Robert Stumbris 2 of 3. Lee Moore 2 for 4. Boya Van Vliet 2 for 2. 16 of 26 from three-point range for 61%. 10 of 19 in the first half. 7 of 8. Beg your pardon, 6 of 7. In the second half as Bogarts goes to the left. Beg your pardon, Noterman goes to the left hand off the glass. And the reach in on Trois Fontaines with 6:38 to play.
Yeah. Yeah, after when Moore realized the pick and roll was hedging, he split that. And then Liege was scrambling on the extra passes after that. So good offensive play here by Moore. Tremendous point guard for this BOSH team.
Now a foul away from the ball. That's going to be on Moussa Noterman. Fourth team foul on Liege.
Yeah, so if you're Coach Zampier, Craig, you tell Noterman to keep going, right? Because if it starts being physical, then the referees kind of adjust to the play. Perhaps it's a foul at first, but after a while, they're not going to be calling it every time. So you'd rather you guys be over physical than under physical.
Dorsey Walker scores again. He's got 20. He joins Austin Price with 20 points. Angel Rodriguez still leading all scorers with 21. Rodriguez forces the miss on the dunk. Angel had 18 in that first half. He has just 3 in this second half.
And I think that's his 5th foul, Craig. So they're going to lose their best player for the night. It's been a tough night for the home team. They had a good first 5 minutes, especially with the Rodriguez contributions, But after them BOSH got comfortable, they really had their rhythm going. We spoke about this team, scoring 91 points per game in average. They're going to hit that average and surpass it because of that. It's a lot of firepower. So after they got going, about the 6 or 7 minute mark in the first quarter, they've gone downhill after that.
Biggest lead of the game now at 26 as Trois Fontaines launches the three-pointer and hits. Olivier now with 14. Hey, look at that. Liege has 2 bench points. Moussa Noterman got a pair, and see if.
And that's why sometimes, Coach Zampier, Craig, has gotten another one, my friend.
This is just insanity. And not a lot of these three-pointers have been wide open. They're hitting them, bank shots, and
they got the hot hand. They got the free pass to shoot it. So guys, no hesitation. Green light. It's gonna go up, and taking the 26 three-pointers now, making 60 of them. So yeah, it's been a very long night. The bucket, it's looking like a river. Everything is going in.
Higgins now to the free throw line.
And you gotta give coaching staff credit, right? Obviously, I haven't seen enough of Coach Brow, and his philosophy because we covered the RS Liege team. But if your team is shooting all these threes, the guys have no hesitation and they're going in. This is a philosophy. It allows guys to get comfortable out there, to make the mistakes, not worry about their mistakes. And then all of a sudden, when you getting reps throughout the season and you're making them, now all of a sudden that becomes your trademark. So 17 threes here tonight. And then so give credit to obviously the players that are the ones shooting the ball, but to the coaching staff as well is putting this roster together and obviously letting them shoot. If we had spoken 10, 15 years ago that a team would have more 3 points taken than 2 points taken, we'd be like, no way, that's craziness. It used to be about 12, 13 points taken, a game. Now you see here they've taken 27 already, making an outstanding 17 of them, and it's because of that. They really forced the issue from the outside.
I'm trying to see what Den Bosch shot as a team from three-point range coming into this one. They were third overall at 36.3% in BNXT play. So this, quite the anomaly. Didn't expect him to shoot 58% from three-point range. They've hit 9 more three-pointers than RSW Liège. That's 27 points. And the biggest lead was 26. So really the three-point shooting, the difference in this one. I mean, Liège has not shot the ball great, just 38% overall. 8 of 26 from three-point range, but now they're just forcing a lot of those because of the score.
Yeah, you're forcing a lot of those because you're behind, and also because, you know, everything you're doing is you're taking the ball out of bounds and you're playing a 5-on-5 the other.
Higgins has his pass go out of bounds. And it'll be Den Bosch ball. And really, you can look at the difference in the game being the bench scoring. Sharon Dorsey-Walker, 20 points off the bench. As Den Bosch commits a rare infraction, a shot clock violation. Now Higgins gives it up to Noterman, but a foul before the shot.
As we're getting a look, Craig, at number 8, Mr. Joaquim Kawasi. And it's great to see young fella out there, you know, getting the minutes here in the end. Enjoyed the most. Got to get comfortable, my friend. Your career is just getting started. And, you know, I used to value those minutes so much because, you know, at least you get the adrenaline out. You understand how the game is being played. You start to really learn from the veterans when you're out there. So it's good to see the coaching staff getting the rotation in here in the end.
Kawasi playing in just his 4th game with Liège. He scored his only 2 points of the season on February 17th against Mechelen. Just 18 years old. Joaquim Kawasi.
Living the dream, my friend. Living the dream.
Yeah.
18 years old, professional basketball player. Does not get any better than that.
See if we get Jaden Malu or Ibrahim Doumbia into the game as well. And did Tumba turn that over? He did. It almost looked like he tripped on the baseline trying to throw that ball in and turned it over. And just everything going wrong for Liège in this one. He's got a noisemaker in the crowd here that sounds like a whale.
Yeah. And Craig, you know,
Wow,
to Liège, they have faced a tough opponent, right? This is a tough team. They've really shown that they can score 95 points here. They're going to get to that 100 mark, and they have been a tough opponent here to play against.
Yeah, you could tell from the outset. I mean, you look up and down their roster and you just look at the numbers and you see how balanced they are. But as soon as you saw them step on the court, you saw what a... And not to imply that Liège isn't a solid pro team, but Den Bosch just looks like they're at another level.
Yeah, yeah. And, and this is what you get at this stage of the competition, right? Obviously, you're in the gold division, and it's going to happen. You're going to get teams that are really good. And if you don't perform for 40 minutes, if you're not consistent with the game plan, this is what's going to happen. Guys are going to put up numbers because this is the highest level of the competition.
As we said in the open, Den Bosch lost their first game of the season and then rattled off 15 straight to win the Netherlands side. They're 2-2 in Elite Gold play. Somehow they've lost 2 games. They trail only Filo Oostende, 2 points behind Filo Oostende, with Oostende's got 27. And guess who Den Bosch plays next? Sunday, April 14th, on the road at Filo Oostende. So the battle for Elite Gold first place. That'll be a fun one to watch. There's that side hook shot by Thomas van der Mars. I think he and Daniel Amigo went to the same school.
They did, man, because that is a left-handed hook shot from outside the key. Very tough to guard. I mean, it's pretty much impossible to block from that distance. But, if he can do that
angle, everything,
man. Wow, great play.
Again, up next for Liège. Tuesday at 4 o'clock local time, European North Basketball League Final 4 action against CSO Voluntari. And then their next Elite Gold game next Friday against Donar Groningen. Inside 2 minutes to play. And Bosch on the verge of the century mark. Thijs Beans puts it up, and the reverse layup missed by Van Vliet. And then Van der Mars has his shot blocked by Tumba. 5th block of the game for Kevin Tumba. This is the three-pointer, still has not scored this season in a Liège uniform. Placing Brooke Lemaire, who tore his ACL in practice a week or so ago. Vujovic has some rust to knock off at 42 years old. I don't think he had been playing anywhere before signing with Liège. He was the Belgian league scoring champ with Liège in 2018 and 19. I don't think he's played since 2022. It's tough to get a phone call at 42 years old and say, hey, you want to come play some playoff basketball?
Yeah, and that's why, guys stay in shape, Craig. You never know, right? You don't have to get yourself into shape. You stay in shape because you might get that call when you least expect it, and here you are playing pro basketball, which is, a lot more fun than going into the office or doing, the regular work as we know it.
Tumba with the flush off of the assist from Vujovic. Bosch walks it into the front court, and this one will come to an end. Earls Den Bosch with the 99-80 win. They move to 3-2 in Elite Gold play. Liège drops to 1-4. Just an impressive shooting performance by Earls Den Bosch, 56%. 17 of 30 3-point range, and it's tough to beat a team when they shoot nearly 60% from beyond the arc. 4 players in double figures for Liège, though. Nosike finished with 9 points. Jamel Higgins 11 points, 5 boards. Graham Bogart's 15 points and 5 boards. Angel Rodriguez, 21 points, 5 assists before fouling out. He also had a pair of steals. Olivier Toifontaine, 14 points on 3 of 12 shooting. We saw Noterman 6 points, 7 rebounds. Kevin Tumba did not, Tumba actually ended up with 4 points, 7 rebounds, and they only credited him with 4 blocked shots. For Heroes Den Bosch, Woya Van Vliet, 11 points. Lee Moore, 19. Robert Stumbris, 13. Austin Price, 20. Ito Koch, 4. Thijs Beens, 2. Ralph de Pachter, 2. Thomas Vanderbars and his sideways hook shot, 8 points and 9 rebounds. Should also mention that Lee Moore had 9 rebounds and 7 assists. And Sharon Dorsey Walker off the bench, 20 points, 2 boards, 2 assists before fouling out. We're back in just a moment to look at the highlights. Again, the final score, 99-80 in favor of Heroes Den Bosch.
Coming on the road, seeing a lot of adversity, refs, a lot of turnovers. We didn't get into a rhythm, but we came in and we stuck together. So every time we say, brothers, I know it's a joke and all of that, but really stay together. Because we can do a lot of big things. So stay humble, stay humble. Let's go! There we go! Let's go!
Welcome back to Country Hall in Liège. Let's roll the highlights. A lot of them are going to be for Heroes Den Bosch, as they were just too much from outside. The top team in the Netherlands, 15-1 on the regular season. Second place in Elite Gold behind Villa Oostende. Those two teams tangle on Sunday. Up next for Liège on Tuesday, ENBL Final Four at 4 o'clock against CSO Voluntari. And then next Friday, Elite Gold action back here in Country Hall against Donar Groningen. As we check in on the other Elite Gold games going on right now, 6:43 to play in the third quarter. Hubo Limburg United leading Donar Groningen 51-42. And with 2:01 to play in the third, Spiro Basket leading Basketball Academy Limburg 57-54. So Victor, Liège, tough one tonight, but they've got to regroup for the Final Four against CSO Voluntari, and then next Friday against Donar Groningen back here for Elite Gold action.
Yeah, Craig, tough one tonight. You know, obviously they were outmatched a little bit with the outside shooting from Heroes Den Bosch, but nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be ashamed of. This was a tough game, and we have seen the evolution of the Liège throughout the season. So they're here, they belong at this division. They belong for this type of competition. You just have to brush up a couple of things. And then obviously today is the defensive end, where, you know, they really got hurt, giving up 99 points. They can score. They had 47% shooting. They got to the free throw line 26 times. They out-rebounded Heroes Den Bosch, but obviously defensively, you know, they gave up just way too much outside shooting, and that kind of hurt them. That is the point differential on the game score. So nothing to be ashamed of. Heads high, get better. Go to the next one, Final Four, just up close. So plenty of space for Liège to really still have a very good, positive season.
Again, the final score, 99-80. Heroes Den Bosch leads or beats RSW Liège. For my partner Victor Mansoure, my name's Craig Feda, saying thanks for watching and so long for now.